Money idioms. Rolling in it. To be very rich. His new business has done very well. Now he's rolling in it. To throw money down the drain is to waste money, spend it carelessly or foolishly. She thinks his investments have thrown money down the drain. Going for a song. Very cheap, a bargain. The shop's having a clearance sale before it closes. Everything's going for a song. Laughing all the way to the bank. To earn or gain a lot of money easily or unexpectedly. His uncle left him a fortune in his will. Now he's laughing all the way to the bank. Strapped for cash. To be short of money. He thought he had more money in his account. Now he's strapped for cash. Money to burn. To have more money than you need and to spend it on unnecessary things. He keeps buying new ties, but he has more than enough. He has money to burn. No expense spared. A lot of money is spent on something good. There's no expense spared when she travels on business. She always flies first class. Living on a shoestring, surviving on very little money. He's out of work and living on a shoestring. Breadwinner. The person in the family who earns the money. Her partner lost his job, so now he's at home looking after the kids and she's the breadwinner. In this video, we're going to talk about some English general weather idioms to talk about different topics. Let's go. Under the weather. If you're feeling under the weather, it means that you don't feel well. She's not going to work because she feels under the weather. Make heavy weather of something. To find something hard to do and spend a lot of time on it, although it's not difficult. He's making such heavy weather of that report he's writing. A breath of fresh air. A brief spell of breathing air outdoors. He's just gone out for a breath of fresh air. It can also mean a person or thing that makes a refreshing change. I know some people find him a bit strange, but I think he's a breath of fresh air. In the cold light of day. If you think about something in the cold light of day, you think about it sometime after it happened and in a calmer or more sensible way than was possible at the time that it happened. Later in the cold light of day, Sally realized her mistake, but it was too late. The harm was done. Keep a weather eye on. A weather eye doesn't mean that rain, snow or sunshine is in someone's eye. A weather eye is a close watch. Because the weather changes so much, we have to watch it carefully. We don't want to be surprised by a storm. As an idiom, if you keep a weather eye on someone or something, it means that you're concerned that a sudden change might cause a problem. He's keeping a weather eye on the financial situation. Weather permitting, if the weather is good enough to allow it. The picnic will be held at the park, weather permitting. Come hell or high water. If you say that you will do something, come hell or high water, you mean that you're determined to do it despite any difficulties that there may be. He vowed he would walk again, come hell or high water. In the dark means to not know about something that other people know about. He was completely in the dark about what they were discussing. Don't you stay in the dark about weather idioms. In this video, we're going to look at body idioms. They're very commonly used when speaking English. Head over heels. Completely in love or infatuated. Sarah felt head over heels for her new colleague. Cost an arm and a leg. Very expensive. The new designer dress cost me an arm and a leg. Keep your eyes peeled. To stay alert and watch carefully. We need to keep our eyes peeled for any suspicious activity. Twist someone's arm to persuade or convince someone. Susan twisted her brother's arm to help her with the chores. Get a head start. To begin before others in order to gain an advantage. The early birds got a head start on the hiking trail. To put your foot in your mouth. To say something embarrassing or tactless. Tom put his foot in his mouth when he asked about Jane's pregnancy, not knowing she'd lost the baby. Face the music. To accept the consequences of one's actions. After failing the exam, Mark dreaded having to face the music with his parents when he got home. Catch someone's eye. To attract someone's attention. The colourful artwork caught the eye of many visitors at the gallery. To have butterflies in your stomach. To feel nervous or excited. Before her stage performance, the singer had butterflies in her stomach. Break a leg. Good luck or wishing success. The theatre director told the cast to break a leg before their opening night. Give someone a hand to help or assist someone. Can you give me a hand with carrying these heavy boxes? Put your back into it to exert physical effort or work hard. The movers put their backs into it and quickly loaded the furniture onto the truck. Turn a blind eye, to ignore or pretend not to see something. The teacher turned a blind eye to the pupils helping each other during the exam. Keep your fingers crossed to hope for good luck or success. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I pass the driving test. Here's the first one. Food for thought. Something to think about, to consider carefully, to digest. Idioms are strange, but they give us food for thought. To have a bun in the oven. Now, a bun is a cake or a bread roll, but if a woman has a bun in the oven, she's pregnant. Daisy can't come on holiday with us. She has a bun in the oven. Be careful how you use it. Make sure that you've got your facts straight before you repeat it to anyone. A pinch of salt. To take something with a pinch of salt is to not completely believe what you've been told. I would take everything that he says with a pinch of salt, not let him upset you. Good advice. As flat as a pancake simply means very flat. I got a puncture and my tyre was as flat as a pancake. To be the apple of one's eye. If you are the apple of someone's eye, you're loved and admired. His daughter is the apple of his eye. Are you the apple of anyone's eye? To go pear-shaped means to fall or fall apart or to fail. Dave's had to close his business. It all went pear-shaped. Poor Dave. Before, when I've explained this one, it's caused a little bit of amusement and consternation. That means concern, worry. You don't use it to describe people, especially women. You don't say, oh, she's looking all pear-shaped, unless you want to slap on the face. Use it to talk about situations which have gone wrong. As nutty as a fruitcake. If you describe someone as being as nutty as a fruitcake, you mean they're crazy or eccentric. Belinda's as nutty as a fruitcake. She walks around town talking to herself. Nutty as a fruitcake. A fruitcake in England, in the UK, can contain nuts. It can contain walnuts or almonds. So yeah, you can have a fruitcake which is nutty, and you can have a person who's as nutty as a fruitcake. To have your cake and eat it too. It means to have and enjoy all good parts without having or dealing with the bad parts. She wants a pay rise, but she doesn't want to work hard. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's a bit of a strange one, really. You know, to have your cake and eat it, you would eat it. But there you go. Idioms are strange sometimes. A piece of cake. When something is extremely easy, very easy, we can say it's a piece of cake. I was worried about taking the test, but it was a piece of cake. English idioms are not a piece of cake, are they? If you're cheesed off, you're angry, annoyed, or frustrated about something. I got so cheesed off with the boss, always changing his mind about the project. Here's another cheese one. Cheesy. If something is cheesy, it's not very good or original in a way that's embarrassing, but it can be funny. His jokes are always cheesy, but they make me laugh. To butter up. It means to be extra nice to someone, usually for selfish reasons. We'll have to butter up Angie before we tell her about the broken window. Do you ever butter up people? Your boss maybe? No, when you want a pay rise? Butter wouldn't melt in her mouth. Means to be overly coy or demure. Insincere. She always looks so innocent, as if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth, but we knew better. The best thing since sliced bread. If someone thinks that something is the best thing since sliced bread, they think it's very good. It's excellent. My dad doesn't like him, but my mum thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. It's a very popular idiom in the UK. Probably because a lot of people buy sliced bread because it's so convenient. A fine kettle of fish means a mess or a difficult situation. Well, this is a fine kettle of fish. I thought I'd paid the electricity bill, but the electric's now gone off. Well, that's a fine kettle of fish. Oh, here we are, back on. To egg on means to encourage someone to do something which they shouldn't really do. He wouldn't have taken the car if his friends hadn't egged him on. You have egg on your face if you've said or done something wrong and it's made you feel embarrassed or stupid. She told everyone she could speak Spanish, but she had egg on her face when she went to Madrid and no one could understand her. Cool as a cucumber. If someone's as cool as a cucumber, it means they're relaxed, not showing any concern or worry. I expected him to be nervous about the interview. No, he was as cool as a cucumber. Nice one. In a nutshell. We use this when we're going to say something in as few words as possible. In a nutshell, we can't afford to buy a new car. Simple as that. To bring home the bacon means to earn the household income. I don't really like my job, but it brings home the bacon. I do like my job, actually. Bread and butter. We can use this to talk about our livelihood or source of income, main source of income. I have loads of interests, but being a teacher is my bread and butter, my bread and butter job. To have bigger fish to fry, to have more important things to do. I'm not giving any thought to what he thinks about it. I've got bigger fish to fry. To have a finger in every pie. If someone has a finger in every pie, it means that they're involved in lots of different activities. It's usually said with a negative meaning. She wouldn't have to complain about being overworked if she didn't have a finger in every pie. Here's one you probably know. Not my cup of tea. You say this when something's not to your interest or taste. Basically, you don't like it. I know rap music is very popular these days, but it's not my cup of tea. To have a lot on one's plate simply means that you're very busy. You have a lot of different things which you have to do. Now you have a lot on your plate trying to learn all these different idioms. Maybe you should rewind and go back to the beginning and watch them again. If you have any questions, do please put them in the comments on the YouTube channel, and also feel free to give me your examples of using the idioms. It'd be great to see them. Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Please hit the subscribe button so you can see future videos which I make, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.